I bet your GoPro didn't come with a mic. I'm the voice behind the helmet, and today we're going to do a review on the CT8500. For those of you who don't know what CT means, it stands for CrossTour, which is the brand and the company responsible for making this lightweight camera. When people speak on action cameras, the first thing that comes to people's mind is GoPros. However, it shouldn't always be like that. In this video, what we'll talk about is the specs, the price, and we're even gonna do a little tour on a motorcycle to see how well it stabilizes, as well as block out the wind noises and all that good stuff. And if you guys have not tuned into my channel, my other videos, make sure you do so after this one. So I bought the CT8500 on Amazon for $50. One thing that attracted me to the camera is the fact that it came with the remote and it also came with a mic. For my GoPro gurus, then you know that if you go on a GoPro site, that the remote alone costs $80. Now on Amazon, you can find it half the price, maybe $45, which is a little over half. However, it still could get pricey because all of that's not included. And you know, when GoPros come out, you already have to pay between $350 and up. You know, then you gotta pay extra money to get mods on. So that's, you know, one thing that caught my attention with this camera. And again, for my GoPro gurus, you know that you have to purchase your own external mic as well as an adapter, which is a big inconvenience if, you know, you vlog. However, just because you vlog, you're gonna go ahead and get those necessary accessories to make and get the best quality possible. So my thinking was, wow, I get all of this and all of these accessories for hundreds of dollars cheaper. So why not go ahead and look into it? So that's exactly what I did. I picked this camera at random just because I knew I wanted to do a review. And I was like, all right. So then I got this camera, $50. So I tried to utilize it with the GoPro accessories. So here I have my GoPro 6 Black case. And look. It fits in with no issue. So guess what? Saves me more money because I don't have to go out and spend money looking for another case. Now, how well it stays without shaking, we'll find out when we do the motorcycle portion of this video. I think a top quality of this camera is the fact that it's equipped with 4K footage. It has video stabilization. You got the 170-degree wide angle, built-in Wi-Fi, and this can go up to 130 feet deep in water. One thing to note is that this camera do not come with a SIM card. So if you do have another action camera laying around, what you'll have to do is, and what you can do is take that, put it in this camera, and then you'll have to format it so that way it'll work. Just know that when you format a camera, it erases everything. So if you do want, you know, footage or whatever else is on your other SIM cards, then my advice is to back it up to an external hard drive or save it to your desktop. Alright guys, so we're on a bike here. I actually have the camera set up on my windscreen this time instead of my helmet, just because I think the placement on the front is much more convenient, being that I'm short and that the way my helmet is set up, it doesn't give you guys the full view. So the mode I'm in right now is clearly camera mode, but it's in 4K at 30 FPS, and it has like 3 other modes that we'll shoot here in a second. So I'm at a standstill without the bike running right now, and we're gonna see how well the helmet takes. I just closed my windscreen, so we're gonna do a lap around this area real quick just to see how well the footage and the audio come out. So with this camera, it is not touchscreen. Again, for my GoPro gurus, then you know that those are definitely touchscreen. So this might be a tad of an inconvenience, but it's definitely dummy proof. It has 2 buttons to go up and down. On the front, it tells you mode, and on the top, it says OK. So if you want to go on a specific mode, for instance, if you wanted to take a photo, you gotta press the front button and then hit the top for OK. It's pretty simple. It doesn't, you know, determine, or shouldn't be, I guess, that big of a deal if you're deciding whether you want the camera or not. So that's one thing. Another thing to consider is that this has a 2.5 jack port, so it's a tad bit smaller than the microphone jacks on typically any other action camera. So that's definitely one thing to another thing to consider. Another thing that gets me is the fact that with my other action cameras, I can tell whether it's recording because there's a red light on the bottom right side of it, and with this one you can't really tell. Alright, that was at 2.7. Doesn't really look like stabilization mode is taken too well either. So after making some personal errors in this video, the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that you do not do is do not put your action camera on the front of the motorcycle, because I can see that it didn't stabilize as well as I assumed it would. And you can see in the video where there's bounce to it. Where I had it set up initially on my chin of my helmet, I actually think that you get the quality you're looking for much better just because it has much more of a stable platform. It didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but the quality is definitely there and clear. So me putting this camera on the front of my windscreen didn't do much justice or benefit to you guys, so I apologize in advance for that. It's a learning lesson for us all here. Another thing is that stabilization is there, but it's not as great as I thought it'd be. Even in the setting options, like, it doesn't say anything about stabilization, so like it says it's in there, but it doesn't give you an option to turn it on, off, or whatever the case may be. So that's another thing. For $50, you can't go wrong ever, really. I mean, you get your money's worth. It's definitely a good start, something to start off with, as long as you have the proper placement. Placement is everything. The mic is actually pretty good. So when I had the camera on a windscreen, I actually wired my mic up through my helmet on the side, but I never stuck it down. So even though I didn't have it secured, it still picked up for the most part, besides this one clip right here. It's like you gotta start it before you get into whatever it is you're doing. In this one clip, you see that once I hit the bump, the mic, what ended up happening is that the mic wobbled down, so it wasn't picking up anything I was saying. However, you can hear me very well for the most part, even over the humming noise of the motorcycle, so that's definitely very beneficial. I'm not opposed of getting this camera. It definitely can do the job. I just had some errors, so don't let my errors be the determinant of whether you get it or not. Again, I'm showing you two different clips of the camera on my helmet and the camera on the windscreen. You could clearly see the difference. But all in all, I hope you guys like this video. Again, thank you for joining my channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And of course, as always, until next time, guys.